Okay, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to do an audit of the last 7 days. I had my birthday, obviously it was New Year's and things like that, so definitely got thrown off course a little bit. Went out for my birthday. I say I'm not going to, and then I was kind of like 50-50 on it, and I ended up going out. It was an interesting experience. I'll get into that in a moment. So, first day of the week was the 30th. 30th just crushed calls, was kind of like half in, half not. Like, had a really great call with the whole team. We went over like 2024 goals and things like that with the team in terms of like, here's a reflection of what we should start doing, stop doing, we need to keep doing. Reflected on how the teams grew, the amount of clients that we've helped. It was a really good call. 31st was obviously New Year. Team was off. I recorded a YouTube video going over how I'm going to plan my year. Kind of mapped out the vision for my life in 2025. Things I want to achieve like marathon, no stim, 7 days and things like that. So went ahead and mapped that out. Now on the evening of the 31st, went out with some friends from my hometown. It was interesting because like I love them to death, but it's just like every time I see them again, the gap between like our how much we can relate with one another just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make them bad people. It doesn't make me a bad person. It just means that the longer time goes on and the more that I learn about like myself, my life and where I want to go, I feel like the bigger the gap gets, you know, and the harder it is to relate. And you want to be around people that you relate to and you resonate with, you know? And I don't really feel like I can do that a lot anymore, which is it's kind of sad, you know, but, you know, Hamosi talks about it where if you want to continue growing and developing and you don't want to slow down for anybody and you're okay with that, like the downside, one of the downsides that comes with it is you're going to shed friends at each stage of your life. And then the game just gets like more complex. And what I mean by that is like, first, initially, you shed your first set of friends who weren't really into self-improvement, right? And then you get your self-improvement friends, and then you shed those. And then you get your like entrepreneur friends doing like 10, 20K a month, and then you shed those if you keep growing and you keep growing until you're eventually like shedding people that are doing like 500K a month and you're doing like a mil and they just want to stay where they are and you just want to keep growing, right? When I come to think about it, I think about the closest people in my life right now is the people that are still pushing the boundaries and still want to grow and still have this like fire inside of them, you know? So I think it's really interesting to kind of look at that. Needless to say, it doesn't mean that I'm never going to be around people that aren't. It just means that I personally enjoy being around people that are kind of on the same wavelength because I can resonate with them more, therefore we're going to connect on more things, right? Because they're obviously going through the pain that I'm going through building a business and all the other shit that comes with it. So yeah, planned the year. My main focus this week was to start posting new content on my channel, which I posted my new video, and kind of like get the 2 weekly upload momentum going. And then the second thing was plan the year, plan the month, plan the quarter. I've gone ahead and cracked all of that. It's all done, which is great. Everything else is like a bonus. We're moving over to a new call center tool and things like that. Now, I went out on my birthday. And it was very interesting because I drank a lot, I ate a lot, and I was having fun and connected with a friend of mine that I haven't seen in a while that's like an entrepreneur. It was really nice because like in my hometown there was like nobody that I know that is doing the same thing as me, and there was a couple of people there that were like doing something similar, like entrepreneur minded, kind of like growth driven, and it was really great to connect with them. So that was kind of refreshing to be around somebody like that, especially around here. Ended up going out on the night and yeah, it was a fucking shit show, but anyway, doesn't matter. It's like the same thing every single year. It's like the same people getting absolutely blistered and in the same spot. It's like, yeah, it's just the same thing. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, after my birthday, I was like, shit, I need to sort my diet out because ending out on the 30th, 31st or the 1st, I was 1st of Jan, I was 68.1. Before Christmas, I was 66.5. So now I'm working on bringing it down. Today we weighed in at 67. Been doing a lot of cardio, eating very lean, just protein. And it's kind of paying me dividends, so I'm going to keep doubling down on that. What I decided to do at the start of Jan is do no stimulants. So I for the last 2 years, as much as I can remember, I've been drinking caffeine a lot. Like energy drinks, coffee. Recently, over the last 3 months, nicotine mints every day religiously. So what I decided to do was just cut it out. Went 3 days with nothing. Then 4th day, I had a caffeine-free Pepsi Max. Now, you can kind of count Pepsi Max as a stimulant. Like, the reason that I brought it back in was because I realised that, well, purely on the basis that I'm trying to lose weight really fast, which means I'm not eating any carbs, I'm not even eating fruit, which makes my diet really depressing, and Pepsi is kind of like a tie-over to get through that. It adds like something sweet in the diet that's not just fucking chicken or beef. So yeah, but honestly, I'm not really classifying it as you could class it as a stimulant, I'm not. It's like 40 milligrams of caffeine, right? And I mean, if we compare that to beforehand, I was consuming at least 300 milligrams a day. So today's the 5th day with no stimulants, and I've been doing really good workouts over the course of the last 4 or 5 days. Yeah, calories have been good. Yesterday I had 1,800, but it's expected because I did 700 to 800 calories on a weighted speed walk with a vest, like a 10 kilogram vest. That was great. Started the month off good. We're at 3 out of 20 on the projection, so we're on track. Sitting at about 26k in month-to-date revenue on Jan 5th, which is good. Disregard the cash in the bank. It's because I kind of like set aside things and put them in different places at the start of the month just to make sure that I'm aligned. And yeah, like today, main focus is I'm going to plan next week. Gonna go ahead and move to the new call software and make sure everything's ironed out. Weights workout already done. Fasted until lunchtime because yesterday I broke it super early. All of this is done, which is great. And then in terms of lessons learned this week, I'd say I'm currently reading a book called The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, which is really great. It's just allowing me to learn a little bit more about my team and like the biggest reasons behind the people that have left and why that is and why that's actually a me problem and not really a them problem. More behind the fact that I hired the wrong people and the right people that left. The reason that they left was because of me, and the way that I manage isn't the right way that I should be managing. But yeah, like in terms of next week, main focuses are going to be I'm going to run a 10k tomorrow. I'm going to do 2 cardio workouts, 4 weight workouts. Goal is ideally if I can get down to like sub 66.5 by the end of next week, between 66.5 and 66, I'm going to be really fucking lean, which is going to be great. I'm probably going to be the leanest I've ever been. If I can get there, then I'm going to look at my physique, kind of just decide where I want to go from there in terms of like, okay, do I want to keep pushing the boundaries? Do I want to stay where I'm at, or do I want to do a lean bulk? Because like I'm not absolutely huge. I don't want to be huge, but I do definitely want to be a little bit more muscular, you know? But I also want to be lean. Like there's no worse feeling than eating in a surplus when you're trying to focus. It's so fucking hard. But yeah, that was pretty much a recap of my week and what I'm planning on doing next week. Next week I'm also going to be uploading a new video, more of like a value-driven video. I'm going to kind of plan that out now. But yeah, hope you enjoy this.